Hi guys, welcome back to the most amazing gaming channel in the world. One, I apologize for being so late and so bad recently. Basically, I was drowning, and I needed to somewhat get my life on some really high unsteady tilting stilts. It was really hard. Instead of a crumbling economy, insert bad economy here. Anyways, see, I'm getting choked up talking about it. I'm getting ready to tear up and sniffle because allergies. Or, yeah. Anyways, we're going to go over the patch notes. 4.20. I figured it would be such a good time to come back on patch 420. For reasons. Anyways, skins. Yay. This one I'm super excited about.
I may have left the desert, but that does not make me a deserter.
I'm super stoked. This looks really cool. I like the design on this. Pixel Rush, yeah. Super chill. I mean, that's it. Yeah, this is basically Jeff Hindla. Let's not lie. This looks like if this was going to be any pro player, this would be Jeff Hindla. Would be Bacchus. Just because he's always just so maybe this is a bad. I should probably restart the video. Anyways, we're going to move on before I dig myself a deeper hole. New items, stuff like that. Digital pack, a lot of gems for some decent stuff. Miscellaneous, basically a bunch of upgraded stuffs, things. Icons, there we go. That's it. Perfect. General. So basically, this is what's really big. What would happen is if you got rooted, you would use one of these abilities and you'd still be rooted after the fact. What makes this so huge is, that people it's talking. They should always cleanse roots on cast. But if you cast it and then rooted, you're not rooted. So basically, it wasn't using how they should. Unless they were supposed to be root immune while dashing. I think 1U is one of those. So basically all of these, Erlong's transformation, Kuzenbo 3, and Geb's 1. Oh my gosh, pardon me here, guys. Alright, hopefully I'm going to be done sniffling. Basically, long story short, Erlong, Sun Wukong's, Kuzenbo. I don't know what Sun Wukong's 72 transformations are. And Erlong's 72 transformations. Are they really called the same thing? There's no way. There's no way they would... No. Anyways, yeah, this would be Tiger forms or Sun Wukong. I don't know, maybe. Anyway, Sun Wukong and Erlong, you can now, if you're rooted, use these to become root immune. Awesome, congrats. Chemizats. Updated description to include that large jungle buff monsters can be marked. Apparently, people didn't know this, but I guess large jungle buffs counts as the large fire elemental, harpies, oracles, and then obviously the buff droppers. Okay, abilities didn't reflect right. This is just tool fix, so Daji's ultimate the big pillar wouldn't fucking pop up apparently if you're out of vision. Yeah, this is actually a huge issue. Kumba just got buffed here. Fixed an issue with the cleansing the movement speed slow from the Mighty Yon, so using speed sprint or I guess just beadsing would then also bead you from the attack speed slow. I don't know what this would be. Fixed an issue where cleansing the movement speed slow. I'm not sure where this would. Okay, so it would be Thanatos 2 or Habwa 2, where you'd cleanse the movement speed, but the attack speed would come off. So basically, that's where you'd go. I was thinking beads would cleanse you from both of those. Sprint, I think, cleanses you from that. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, that's no longer a thing. Raijin, where I guess his effects didn't work. I guess fixed an issue where cleansing the movement speed again from Vimana, so same thing with Kumba, would also cleanse the attack speed slow. Soul Eater, this is a shit item still, congratulations, but in case you want to know what it is, it now increased the cost in gold. You get 30 physical power. Upon fully stacked, you will then gain 50 physical power. You also gain 200 mana that is not in here. You gain 10% lifesteal and 10% CDR. Overall, not too bad. However, the passive, and for how much gold it is, it's really not worth it. Each time anything near you dies, friendly or an enemy, you gain a stack. Gods, large jungle monsters, jungle bosses provide 5 stacks. It's actually pretty huge because it's going to be a good... This looks like it's trying to target your junglers. At 100 stacks, Soul Eater evolves. Awesome. Gaining 20 physical power and allowing your abilities to heal you for 10% of the damage dealt. By itself, it is a shit item. Think about an ability, alright? Say you have a huge hitting, Izanami ult, fucking super big damage, does 800 damage. Congratulations. You healed yourself 80 health. 80. You one auto. On your big ultimate, like, raw, yeah. So that's cool. So it looks like they are trying to target assassins. Now, I am testing something out here, guys. I'm kind of tinkering around with those that are ability-based, such as a Scotty is one of them. I haven't got to Uller yet. I'm still testing out triple stacking Scotty. I think it is incredibly strong. You go Dev's Gloves into boots, into trans, into Soul Eater. It's such a cheap build that you then go Odysseus' Bow for the attack speed and then Titan's Bane for the penetration. By doing this, you will have a 12,000 gold max build at 12,000. I think it's like 12.5, not including wards or anything like that. So you basically have a 12,000 max build, which is crazy cheap. On top of that, you have insane power. Dev's Gloves gives you, I want to say, 65 power, 25 lifesteal. This would give you 50 power and 10% lifesteal. That on top of your abilities healing you. At that point, you're now double lifestealing with 115 power, 10% cooldown, 35% physical lifesteal, and then additional 10% healing on your abilities. Quite strong. Transcendence also gives you about an extra 65 power, I believe. Now you add the extra 200 mana that comes from this as well. You add a little bit more. That's an extra 6 more power that you get from Soul Eater. Odysseus' Bow then will proc for 230 on the passive on Odysseus' Bow, which is quite strong. You're going to be, even with Scotty, who hits really hard himself, you're hitting for... with Kaldir, I was looking at it. If you won and then Kaldir hits, that's 500 damage plus the 400 plus your auto. You can burst someone down in Scotty for 1,400 health by using your 1, 2, and auto. That's it. That's crazy. Pretty crazy stuff. So anyways, I'm tinkering around with it. As of right now, I think this is a really bad item. I think I saw a Fenrir do pretty good with it, though. He is a very, very scale heavy. I could potentially see a Bastet potentially picking this up, but the lack of movement speed is kind of alarming. So yeah, overall, not too bad. We'll kind of see how it plays out, though. Or it's pretty bad. I think it's very, very specifically for certain high scaling damaged people. Bastet, Fenrir. That's about it. I don't even think a Loki would really benefit from this. I'd rather go with a Bloodforge. But anyways, Bound Gauntlet added power, and it's basically tier 2, I believe is what this is. Add more power, reduce the CC, or took off the CC. Shields of Thorns upgrade is now going to be decreased down to 5 seconds. Executioner will see adjustments as it, but I don't know what the upgradedness is going to actually do. If it went down from 8 to 5, I really don't know quite what it's the big difference is going to be, because it was just a duration from my knowledge on that. Executioner increased cost from 2250 to 2350. Keep that in mind. It is kind of annoying because I always be like, oh, I got 1,000 gold. Let's go back and get extra. Fuck, I just backed and I have 1,010. So it's now 1,100. Do I wait around for fucking 30 seconds? So just keep in mind this is really huge. If you keep track of your gold, keep in mind it's now going to be 1,100 that you need after tier 2 executioner or tier 2 kins. Just be very aware of that. It can really screw you over. It happened to me. God balances. Amaterasu decreased cooldown on her too, which is really crazy because with cooldown now this can get down to I think 8 seconds. Decreased mana cost from 70 to 90, from 60 to 80. So basically dropped it 10 at all ranks. Really strong. Lets her get back kind of in the meta. Amaterasu is still incredibly strong. Her poke with this can hit for 400. Very, very strong. In addition to her ult having a very low cooldown as well. I think this is really going to kind of bring her back into the meta. So do not sleep on Amaterasu. She's going to be quite strong. Artio. Thank God she's getting a buff, right? Ha! JK. She decreased her base health from 100 to 95. Woo! Good fucking job, Hi-Rez. All right, moving on from that amazing nerf. Guan Yu now increases mana. This is huge because his mana was actually costing a lot. Conviction increased his heal from 60 to 80. Still keep in mind, he does have some good potential. He's more of a late game god. So if you're going to have a Guan Yu, I've played against multiple Guan Yus now. They're all garbage. I've beat every single one of them, and the ones that were on my team has lost. There's still other better counterparts. Again, with Amaterasu getting this buff, and then they go and buff Guan. Why? His Trowel Assault, or whatever the shit it is, his 3, does a ton of damage. But as soon as you use that, pick Amaterasu. It's a counter. And then you can just go ahead and silence his 3. And then you can walk through. You're going to tank all the minions. Then you can kill it and probably get poke on him too. With your 2. Because now it's on a reduced cooldown and reduced mana. So it's not as punishing to use. I still don't think. I think Guan needs a better increase. His 2 needs to rework his 2 to where have it do a knockback instead of a pass through, and I think that would make Guan Yu back in the meta. As of right now, I still don't think he's that good. There's still better gods that have more silencing or some sort of abilities for that. I know it's you can go Athena and just destroy his world. Like you just gotta be. He's not in there because there's so many disrupting warriors now that it does nothing to do that to pick him. This is awesome, and it's in the right ranks, but I still don't think it's in the right area. Izanami, decreased stealth duration from 4 to 6, from 3 to 5, basically second at all ranks. So very, very good. 6-second stealth duration is incredibly strong. Dark Portal, getting reduced damage on everything. So reduced damage from 650 to 620, basically 30 at all ranks. Decrease the physical power scaling from 130 to 100. This is also very good. No reason for someone to have some pretty decent power and then to hit that hard. Also decrease the silence duration by I think 0.4 seconds. No, just it scales less now. So it's 0.15 each one instead of 0.25. So at late game you're going to be losing only 0.4. So it's not super incredible like of a huge duration of a huge change, but it's still going to be a good change. Kumbhakarna getting a huge change as well. Adjust the cooldown from 90 to 70 to 75 at all ranks. That is crazy strong now. You build cooldown on this hits incredibly hard. Increased and adjusted just to be able to herd over other abilities. I personally thought it was quite loud. Poseidon getting a huge increase. 5 to 25 from 10 to 30. Poseidon ADC, it's back, boys. You think I'm kidding? Stop by one time. Watch my archive streams. I talked about why Poseidon's possibly the best god in the game right now. Kraken is now, basically, it can be cast inside player deployables. This is huge because for someone who, like a Thor Poseidon, you get the stun into the cripple into the Kraken. If that wall was there, you couldn't Kraken before. That's a pretty nice big change. Also, you're going to be doing the same exact damage as you were before on the center of your Kraken. This is a huge buff to Poseidon. Instead of only doing like 35 damage, from that area, it's now being increased. So that is huge. So now the damage is split 50-50 instead of 65-35. Again, you get the full duration. If you're on the inside, you take 100%. It's not a nerf. It's a huge buff to Poseidon. He's probably now up on the ranks of Raijin. I wouldn't mind seeing a Poseidon Raijin first pick, first ban coming out of your team every single time. Raijin, though, decreased the radius of his projectiles, updated the effects to help with his Raiju as well. Basically, that's it. Reduce the radius of his projectiles. Still incredibly good. First pick, first ban as well. Zeus, still very, very risky. If you go Zeus, I promise you I'm going Sasano, and I will literally make your life a living hell. I will burn your ult every time I go on you, because that's your only defense mechanism, and then I'll walk away taking a quarter of my health while you just burned a 90-second ultimate. Congratulations, you're going to die next time. That or I'm going to burn your beads or your Aegis or both, or even get all of them and still kill you, because you're squishy and you have nothing to help you out besides having insane damage. So congrats. Again, Sasano's going to be able to really work around you and really kind of fuck your game up. So Zeus still kind of needs some help, but definitely, or he's not needing help. He's a very risky pick. Keep that in mind. Aegis static AoE will now be triggered when hit by Zeus's Chain Lightning. So when you hit it, it sends out that ricochet. Now with your 2 and your 1, this is actually going to be very strong because you can throw your 2, your 1, and you're going to end up Going out, you're going to throw out your Aegis Assault. It's going to ricochet once, and now you have one Chain Lightning, or one little orb. Then you throw your Chain Lightning. It's now going to hit that, reverberate it again. So now all of them are going to have 2, plus your Chain Lightning is going to put 3 or more on them. So definitely really, really nice. Again, you're still going to want to max your 3 over your Chain Lightning just because of your poke on it is incredible. So make sure that's how you have to play Zeus. You poke and you play safe. You have insane damage on your 3. When I've gone Zeus, I've absolutely destroyed. There's been a couple times where I just got my just reamed up my own ass multiple times because of his lack of mobility. Like a Serkit, really strong into that as well. Anyways though, guys, maybe not really strong. You throw the 2, she comes in on you, you beads, you throw your 2, your 1, your ult, and then she's dead because it's, meh. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is patch 420, and I will be getting some videos out. So please, I'm going to say this on my next video as well. The first video, let me call that out, will be Thor. Thor will be the first video out, followed by Susanoo, Rama, Apollo, Izanami, Medusa, Scotty, Thoth, and then Rat will be last. Most likely something in that order for sure. Thor, Susanoo, Rama, top 3, first 3 gods coming out. I will be getting one of those out today. Potentially, I'll try and get a couple out tomorrow, but please, the big thing is, who do you want next? I'll just bring this onto the thing. You can see I have Thor, Susanoo, Rama. I'm not sure if I have Rat Jungler or not. I don't think I do, so I'm going to move that down there. Thoth is done, complete. Apollo is done as well. Scotty is done. I've done amazing things with her. Oh shit. So anyways, guys, these are basically going to be the order. I guess I could have just done that. Thor, Susanoo, Rama. I'm just going to kind of go on through. I'm going to be getting a lot of these ADCs out. So thank you guys. As you can see, I'm literally getting ready to do it right now. Until next time, guys, have yourself a fucking amazing life.